another thing that we need to address from last week's show, we got done talking about it and things just started flowing. We were talking about coaching changes last week, and we broke down what we felt like was going to be, at least for a while, the future of the defensive staff and everything related to Tanner Burns. Well, later that week, I mean, maybe it was like Tuesday, was it, Austin? Something like that?
I think so, yeah.
Tanner Burns up and left us and went to take a defensive coordinator job, if I'm not mistaken, associate head coach, something like that.
Yeah, a step up for him in the coaching titles.
Mm-hmm. And so he's at another school now. So that obviously really opened things up. I think probably obviously the coaches were all privy to this was going down here. We were sitting on episode 108. So if you want to hear us talk about something that is not true in the moment, you can go back and listen to that one. But what is true now is we are basically maybe filled out on the defensive staff because Roc Bellantoni has come back after spending a little bit of time away from us to be the offensive linebackers positional coach. He was hired by Harsin and actually stayed over during the transition period. A lot of people felt he might stay over entirely, didn't, went away, came back. So welcome back to him. We did address TJ Rushing last week, but now we've got more clarification on what he will be moving forward and fulfilling that safeties coach role for us, kind of finishing out the defensive back room for Auburn. So at this point, Austin, I want your commentary on these guys, but certainly I do think that you could make a case it may be done at the defensive realm, but I'll open up the floor for anything you want to say about Roc, TJ, the whole coaching staff.
Yeah, it's definitely, I think it's kind of interesting to think about a guy coming back to Auburn who hasn't had a connection before his first time here with Harsin. Definitely one of the more beloved and successful coaches that Harsin brought in. So really good to see him come back. I think he did well recruiting in the South Florida area, did well with his outside linebackers, that edge position, whatever you want to call it. Sure. So really great to see that he's coming back. I think that's been very highly thought of among the players and among former players and on all those things. Like you said, we have some more clarification now, kind of why these moves were made with TJ Rushing. The question still remains with special teams. And I think Roc did some of that while he was here and has more experience than anyone else on the staff with special teams. There's not as many limits as there used to be with who all you can have as coaches. So I think you might still see a special teams hire be out there. That's not really one. I think you have to have super pressing. Those guys aren't recruited as much specifically as the players they're using. Kickers and punters, obviously, yes, but I think Auburn feels they're in a decent shape there. So you could spend your time looking for the right guy, a good tactician, a guy who you want to fill out the staff. So definitely looks like defensively everything's filled out. Special teams, we'll have to see where it goes.
Yep. So obviously it feels like for now the coaching staff cycle, which wasn't really that active for Auburn, just kind of got a little bit confusing at times, clearly from last episode for us, but has been figured out. But welcoming back Roc, he seemed to enjoy his time at Auburn last time, and I know a lot of people, players and fans, liked having him. So round two, we're not strangers to that. Wesley McGriff has been around a couple times to Auburn and made a success out of it. So certainly it can be done. Welcome back, Coach Roc.